Let's discuss about the group 2 metals, or also we are going to call as one more name, that is called alkaline earth metals. What do you mean by this alkaline earth metals means? These metals which are going to be found in the earth surface or earth crust, that's why these are metals we are going to call as the earth metals. What do you mean by this alkaline? Alkaline means one word, that is called basic. So these compounds which are going to be react with the form of the hydroxides, right? Hydroxide ions which are going to be formed by these metals, they are going to form the metal hydroxide. So these metal hydroxide are strongly basic in nature. That's why one word, that is called alkaline. Suppose so these exist in the form of the MOH. MOH is nothing but the metal hydroxide. Say example, calcium hydroxide and magnesium hydroxide. So these are the compounds are very much strongly basic in nature. That's why this is also called as one word, alkaline. Alkaline is same as well as base, that is also same here. So that's why these hydroxide which are going to be formed by these metals, that's why these metals we are also going to call as the alkaline. Alkaline means basic, earth metals means these metals which are going to be found in the earth surface or earth crust. That's why the name has come like this, alkaline earth metals. So let's discuss here what are those alkaline earth metals here. One is beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, radium. So these are the group 2 metals. They are called metals because they show the highly electropositive nature. And when you look at the group of metals, they should be having the electronic configuration general, that is called NS1. Similarly, here also is having the NS2. And behind this NS1 and NS2, there must be a noble gas. Obviously, it is understood that there must be a noble gas. There must be a noble gas should be present here. So starts with the beryllium compounds. So beryllium is an first alkaline earth metal. So what of its symbol? Symbol we should refer it as Be. Be stands for beryllium. Similarly, magnesium. Magnesium will be Mg for magnesium. Calcium, Ca. And strontium, that is called symbol Sr, strontium. So barium is last one Ba and radium will be Ra. So these are the symbolic representation of these alkaline earth metals. What about the atomic numbers? What is atomic number here? Beryllium, which comes to the second period, right? So that's why it is atomic number 4. So how to remember this atomic number of this next magnesium? Because we should add the magic number. Magic number starts from 8, 18, 32, right? Now I am going to add the 8 to this 4. That becomes 12 because 8 is a magic number. Similarly, I am going to add the 8 numbers to this one. 12 plus 8, that becomes 20. So here I am going to add the 8 number. Similarly, I am going to add the 18 numbers. 18. 20 plus 18, that becomes 38. Similarly, 38 plus 18, that becomes 56. And next number is called 32. When I am going to add the 32 to this number, that becomes 32. 88. Right? So 56 plus 32. 6 plus 2, 8. 5 plus 3, 88. So these are the metal, symbol and atomic number. Let's discuss about what is the electronic configuration of these metals. That is very important. So what is the electronic configuration of this beryllium? So first I should write the beryllium 4, right? So starts from 1s2, 2s2, right? So outermost electrons are going to be enter this one, valence shell, that is called valence shell, valence electrons. So this is indication of the NS2, right? That is called NS2. Or this compound I am going to write as like this also. What do you mean by 1s2? 1s2 is nothing but the 2 electrons. 2 electrons is nothing but the noble gas helium. Remaining 2s2 I am going to write as it is. Next for magnesium 12. How should we write? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, right? So outermost electrons enters into the last shell, valence shell, that is called 3s2. So 2 plus 2, 4 plus 6, 10, 10 plus 2, 12. So I am going to write it as neon. Because neon is the nearest noble gas for this magnesium will be neon. So 10 remaining 3s2. So again ends with the NS2, right? What do you mean here? Principal quantum number, principal shell. When the atomic number goes on increases, and also principal shell also goes on increases. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next go for the calcium. Calcium will be similarly 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2. Once again, outermost electrons enters into the outermost orbital. So nearest noble gas for this calcium will be argon. Next remaining 4s2. This is a simple tricks to understand this electronic configuration. So calcium is nearest noble gas is argon 18 plus 2 20. Here also 10 plus 2 12 and 2 plus 2 4 here. So these one thing you should remember the noble gas, right? When you go to the periodic table of the last group 18 elements, they are called as the group 18 elements: helium, right? Neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. If you remember these one, then we are going to assign the electrons very easily, right? So that is 20. 18 plus 2 20. Similarly, I am going to write the 38. How should I write 38? Because after the helium, neon, argon. Next is krypton. I am going to write the krypton. So krypton is 36. Next remaining 5s2. This is a simple trick. One thing you should write the 2s2, 3s2, 4s2, 5s2, 6s2, 7s2. Similarly 56. What is the next element? Helium, neon, argon, krypton. Next xenon will come here. Xenon means, so that is having the atomic number 54. What is the remaining? That is called 6s2. Similarly last one 88. That is called radon. So radon is the nearest noble gas for this radium alkaline earth metal. So radon means 86 atomic number. What is the left out here? 7s2. So this is the easy tricks or easy way to understand the electronic configuration of these alkaline earth metals. Let's discuss about some of the general properties of the group 2 metals or alkaline earth metals. That is for first one, atomic radii and ionic radii. We have seen in the group 1 metals also ionic radii, that is atomic radius. So because when you look at down the group means like this. So this is called group, this is called period, right? So when you look at the period means like this. It starts from sodium, right? Magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus. Like this row we are going to call as the row, that is called period, and this column we are going to call as the group. So this atomic radii and ionic radii, when we move down the group like this column, what happens? That should be goes on increases, but whereas in this case period that goes on decreases. So suppose if I take the best example for this one, now I am going to consider the sodium metal here. Sodium metal. After the sodium metal, magnesium metal will comes here, right? So here what happens? The atomic radius and ionic radius goes on decreases when around the period. I mean, first atomic radius and that is ionic radius will be stronger in the sodium, but it comes to the next period. I mean, next elements, because of the row that goes on decreases. When you look at the column side, that goes on increases. So always you should remember this atomic radius and ionic radius of the metals in the periodic table around the period. So goes on decreases, and here in the group 1, that is in group, that means that going to be increases because you are going to add the number of principal shell. If I say that is called sodium, right? Sodium. If I take the example that ends with the 3s1. Like this also we are going to next comes the 4s1, 5s1. Size automatically goes on increases. So now I am going to take the example for the beryllium. Beryllium should be like this. This is called beryllium. Next starts with the magnesium. Next starts with the calcium. Like this what happens when you look at down the group, the size goes on increases. But in case of period, size becomes decreases. So because of we are going to enter into the new principal shell. If I say 2s1, that becomes 3s1, that becomes 4s1. This is called principal shell. When the principal shell goes on increases, why it goes on increases? Because of the atomic number increases. When the atomic number increases, principal shell also goes on increases, and size obviously increases when you look at the down the group. Whereas in the period, that becomes decreases. That's why here atomic radii and ionic radii increases when you look at the period table, that is called down the group. Whereas it decreases along the period. Like sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, that radius becomes decreases because of like this parameter. Whereas in the group wise, that goes on increases because of the entering the new principal shell here. So entering principal shell here changes, but whereas in this case, suppose sodium ends with the 3s1. What about magnesium? Magnesium is going to be ends with the 3s2. Means the principal should be same. principal shell is in the period that is same. That's why principal is the same means the size becomes decreases. Whereas here principal shell is different. 3s1, 4s1. Next one, ionization enthalpy. What do you mean by this ionization enthalpy? Ionization enthalpy is also we are going to call as ionization energy. Means the amount of energy is required to remove the outermost electron from the orbital. That is called ionization enthalpy. The lower ionization enthalpy for the group 1 metals, and next comes to the group 2 metals. They should be having the low ionization enthalpy usually, because if I take these metals only, what happens? Here this is the nucleus and these are the outermost electrons should be there. So due to the lesser size, what happens? These electrons are bound by this nucleus. Means the force of attraction from the nucleus and electrons should be here very more will be there. When the size goes on increases, the electrons which are going far away from the nucleus, that's why here it is very easy to remove the outermost electron. But whereas this starting metals, that is due to this force, strong force, will require some high energy will be there usually. But when you look at the down the route, what happens? When the size increases, then easily electrons are going to be removed very easily, because group 2 elements means their valency should be 2. Suppose if I take the magnesium, it is a 12 atomic number. What is its outermost electron configuration? It is called 3s2. We can remove these 2 electrons very easily, because when you remove these 2 electrons, it is going to acquire the nearest noble gas, that is called neon. Like we have seen in the sodium metal, because sodium metal is ends with the 3s1, we can remove the easiest way, one electron, because when you remove this 1 electron, it attains also nearest noble gas neon. Like this also, magnesium, the outermost electron should be 2 will be there. So by acquiring less amount of energy, it can loses the 2 electrons in order to get the stable. So that's why group 1, group 2 elements are always having the low ionization enthalpy. Atomic size increases, atomic size goes on increases, right? So when you look at the group here, atomic size goes on increases, that enthalpy becomes decreases, that is called IE. I means ionization enthalpy goes on decreases, because if I take this magnesium, starting metal is, if I consider the beryllium, this is called magnesium here. In the beryllium, the electrons are nearest to the nucleus. What about magnesium? The electrons should be far away. Similarly, if I take one more element, calcium, that is still more far away. The electrons should be far away from the nucleus. So that's why what happens down the group, when the size goes on increases, that ionization enthalpy goes on decreases. So these are the very important general properties we should know here. And last one is called hydration enthalpy. So like that is group 1 metals. So these alkaline earth metals also form the hydration enthalpy. So the hydration enthalpy order should be like this. Always hydration enthalpy falls by the ionics. So beryllium 2 plus, that must be greater than the Mg2 plus. Mg2 plus, that should be greater than the calcium 2 plus. Like this, it should be goes on and decreases down the group. So always hydration enthalpy goes on decreases down the group. So after this, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, and barium compound. So because down the group, what happens? The size, when you get the size increases, then hydration enthalpy formation goes on. So always that is decreases form. So how hydration enthalpy forms? If I take this, I have seen the sodium metal, right? Sodium plus, when it will be ionic form, the water molecules are going to be bonded here like this, like this. So this is for hydration. Number of water hydrated forms they are going to be acquiring in nature. Like this also for alkaline metals. If I take this magnesium is surrounded by the number of water molecules, like this. So this is called hydration. So like this, the hydration and the hydration word means water. So like this, that goes on decreases. And one more interesting that. So if I write this salt, magnesium chloride, this magnesium chloride and as well as the calcium chloride, they will be exist in the form like this, hydrate form. It is called MgCl2 dot 6H2O, whereas this calcium chloride is also formed in the CaCl2 dot 6H2O. But what about the NaCl compound? I can take the example NaCl and KCl example. They are not going to be formed like this. This salt MgCl2 and the calcium chloride, they are going to be acquiring this hydration 6s2o, 6s2o. But these compounds, they are not going to be exist in the form of like this hydride formation because of the size we are going to consider here. Because the size, sodium size should be, this sodium ion size should be very small compared to this magnesium, because these will be ion size should be more. For the group 1 size should be small, for group 2 metals size should be more. So these are the very important general properties of the these alkaline earth metals.